Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. As you might be able to tell, I'm not at home. That is because I'm currently chilling in Egypt. We arrived yesterday, as you could probably see from all of the wonderful footage that I took. And we are now in our hotel and we just spent the whole day enjoying the nice weather because in Germany it was like -5 degrees every single day for the last week. And here it is like 25 degrees and it's so nice, and yeah, that's kind of the vibe. And I just thought I'd vlog it and show you guys what we are going to do because we have some fun things planned for the next few days, because we booked a few trips and have like a diving thingy where we can go like snorkeling and see cool animals, which will be so fun, like in the ocean. And then we also are going to a tomb site thing, I don't really know. And yeah, those are the main two things that we have planned. But today was pretty chill. We basically checked out the hotel a little bit because we arrived pretty late yesterday, so we couldn't really see the whole place. But we did that today, and then we read for a bit at the beach. I actually started reading a new book for this trip, and that is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I started reading it yesterday, and I'm now almost 100 pages into it. I'm enjoying it so far. I really enjoy her writing, and I kind of just like the vibe of it. It's not that crazy of a story. It's very character driven, but I really enjoy it, and I'm really intrigued to continue this. But yeah, my sister and I just did a little yoga course that took place over here on directly in front of our room actually, so that was kind of funny. But maybe a bit later I can give you a room tour, but right now we want to go down to the beach and just look around the water a little bit because the water here is crystal clear. We took a little look at the water earlier today and we saw so many animals, so we want to go in a little bit deeper and try to see some more. I can try and film some of them if I find anything. But we found some hermit crabs, which was really, really cool. Some really, really tiny ones. They were so cute. And also some starfish and some regular fish. I don't know, it was really cool. So we want to do that now. And I also already got a cap because I forgot mine at home, and otherwise my brain would probably be fried by now. So yeah, as I mentioned, we're about to head off to the beach now. It's already pretty late. It's 5:15 in the afternoon already. I actually wanted to start filming my little intro earlier, but I just forgot, and I was really just enjoying the weather. So yeah, but we're going off now and then I'll update you later. Today is Wednesday and we are currently on a little trip to a city that is 5,000 years out. There's a donkey. Okay, but we're on our way to a city that is 5,000 years old, and we have been awake since 3 in the morning, and it's 7 a.m. now and we are pretty much dead. There's a donkey chomping on some stones, and now we have a little break because we've been driving for 4 hours or something, and we still have 2 hours or something to go. I don't know, it's taking way too long. I thought we would already be there by now, but we're not. So yeah, but yesterday we had the snorkeling trip, which was really cool. We got to see we got to see several turtles, which was really cool. And we just chilled on the boat. I read my book, it was really fun. And yeah, that's my little update. Amazing. and I'm very intrigued to see where this or what the city is because I honestly have no idea, but it's probably going to be cool. So hello, it is now Friday, actually our last full day here, and I just quickly wanted to give you an update because I haven't been talking to the camera very much, so I'm sorry about that. But 2 days ago, on Wednesday, we went to a city called Luxor, and that is like a 5,000-year-old city, and we like saw some temples and some really cool things, which was very nice and very interesting also. On the way back, we actually stopped for a little break, and I got the scarf because I thought it was really cool, and I think it's really pretty and I like it, so yeah, I got the scarf. Yesterday, we just spent our entire day chilling in the hotel. Oh, on Wednesday, we also changed rooms because we're Germans. If we aren't content with our rooms, we will change it because we were like right opposite of a like entertainment center-ish type of thing from the hotel, and every single night up until like 11:30 we heard the like music from the disco or a dance show or whatever, and it was so loud, and we like to go to bed early because like I'm a grandma at heart, so that was really annoying, and I just couldn't sleep. I always had to sleep with my massive headphones because it was so loud. So we asked if we could change rooms, and now we're at the very back at the resort, and it's way more quiet here, and that is really nice. So we also did that on Wednesday, so the room is a little bit different. Not too different, it's very similar to the old one, but just a little bit. And yeah, yesterday we just spent our entire day here in the hotel, and we chilled at the beach, and I continued reading. I can give you a little update on Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm almost finished with it. I only have 20 pages left, but I don't think I talked about it that much. So this is basically a like literary fiction story that follows these two people, Connell and Marianne. As they grow up, you start following their life when they're in high school, and then now they're in college, and I personally am really enjoying this book. I think the writing is really, really great. I've underlined so many things in this book so far because her writing is just really great. I feel like she manages to like pinpoint emotions and like express them in such a unique way, but it makes so much sense, and I just really, really enjoy her writing. One thing that I was a bit afraid of is I heard before that she doesn't use quotation marks for, you know, when people say a sentence. Like Connell says, "Oh, I like that." She doesn't use quotation marks, and I was really scared and kind of thrown off by that at the beginning. But I think honestly you get really used to it, and it doesn't really matter that much. Like you can definitely tell if a person is saying something or not because her writing just makes it really clear. Basically, I like this book very much, and I'm really intrigued to see how the story will kind of wrap up because I can't really like tell how it might end, but I'm really intrigued. I really want to finish this now, and I don't know what else I will read after because I haven't actually brought another book with me. I only brought this one, but I did bring my Kindle, and I have a few things in mind that I could read, but maybe I'll just scroll through my notes and see what books I like wrote down that I want to read or something like that. I don't know, but really enjoyed this one. Not sure what rating I would give it yet, but it's definitely above 4, like for sure. I would say definitely check trigger warnings for this one because there are a few like more heavy topics that are being discussed and also sometimes shown a little bit, but like not too much. And today we also have another day just chilling in the hotel. This evening we're driving to a city that is like somewhat nearby, and we want to like do a little shopping and, you know, experience the vibe of that city, because we've only been to like Luxor, the city we went to 2 days ago, and the hotel really. So I feel like also just seeing a new place again is going to be nice, and it's also going to be in the evening, so it's hopefully going to look really pretty. Let me quickly give you the view literally from my bed. Like when I sat up this morning, I was like, oh my god, I can see the ocean from my bed. That's so cool. This is the view from our hotel window, which is really, really cool. Like back there is literally the ocean. That is my little update for now, and hello, we've made it to the airport. It's obviously our last day, and we're currently eating bread that we brought from the hotel, because the food at this airport is outrageously expensive. Like they sold fries for €6. Why would you do that? I just want to eat some fries. But now we're eating bread. Best update ever. We also have 2 more hours until our flight leaves.
And I literally just raging.
Yeah, just me raging. Sorry. Hello, please don't mind this. I'm currently sick at home, but I just wanted to wrap this little vlog up and also talk about some of the things we did more detailed, because I really didn't talk to the camera that much when I was in Egypt, so let's just do that now. So we flew from Munich to Hurghada, but then we had to drive for another like 2.5 hours, I think, to our hotel in Marsa Alam, which was the little place where we stayed. As you could see during this trip, we did a snorkeling excursion, which was really cool. I would definitely recommend doing that if you have the chance, because it was just really cool to see like a huge turtle in real life. I don't have a like picture of it because I was underwater, but it was really cool. I would 100% recommend that. It was really fun. Just try to make sure that you book it on a day where the water is very still, because when we had our snorkeling trip, it was really, really windy, so there were a lot of waves and the water was kind of like disrupted, I guess, and there was like a bit of sand that like got swirled around, stuff like that. So I think you can have an even better experience if you try to book it on a day where the weather is more relaxed. But I mean, you also can't really influence the weather, so yeah, but that just as a little tip. But if you don't want to go on an extra snorkeling trip, bring some underwater goggles and your swimsuit and go to the nearest beach and just go into the water there, because the water was so extremely clear. And I think in some pictures you could, or in some of the clips you could actually see, we saw a like ray of some sort, and we also saw some really, really cool fish, and as I also mentioned earlier, some hermit crabs, which was just so awesome. If you don't want to spend the extra money, you can also see some really cool animals there. Like I saw a fish that was green with pink stripes. That was awesome. That in terms of the snorkeling. And then I mentioned we went to a city called Luxor, which is a like 5,000-year-old city, and we saw some of the temples there. And we also went to the Valley of the Kings, which is where a lot of the old kings were buried, basically. Like they dug deep tunnels into the mountains and then they buried the kings there so that they would be safe from being robbed. I forgot how it's called in English, but like tomb robbing. I don't know. We took a look at that as well, which was really cool, and we also had a boat ride across the Nile River, which was also really cool. And yeah, I really liked that trip as well, but we were told beforehand that the car ride to Luxor would take 4 hours, and our car ride to Luxor took 6 hours. So be prepared that they will tell you something so that you will go on that trip. Because we were like, come on, you could have just told us the truth, it's fine. But at least the car ride back was 4 hours because they had to go like through a bunch of checks and stuff like that, so it took way longer. I don't know, but it was still fun, and I think you could definitely explore more than we managed to because we only had a few hours basically. But if you have the time to do that as like an extra trip or maybe more in that area, I think that would also be very fun. So those were pretty much all of my little updates and my reviews on all of the things we did. And now here's an update on the books I read, because as you could see, I read Normal People by Sally Rooney. I finished this shortly after my last clip of talking in the hotel. This one was so amazing. I rated it a 4.75 stars, I think, because it was really close to 5-star, but it didn't give me the 5-star feels. So yeah, but still really, really good. I elaborated on it earlier, so I won't now. But then the same day, I started reading the book Icarus by Kay Ancrum. And I read a lot of this on our flight back, actually. I read 100 pages in the car and then at the airport and in the plane. So yeah, I started this one. I'm actually not finished with it yet because it's only a few days later. But this one is a story about a guy who is basically forced to rob somebody else for really famous and expensive paintings and sculptures because his dad forces him to, and he his father restores those old paintings and then sells them for a really big price because they're really expensive. And he basically becomes friends with the son of the guy he's robbing, and it's a really, really interesting story, and I'm honestly really enjoying it so far. I think the vibe of it is really fun for some reason. I mean, not that robbery is a good thing, but just the way that he also hates it. He doesn't want to do this, and he's just being kind of forced to do it by his father. So yeah, if you want to know what I thought of this book, check out my Instagram because I always post updates on the books I'm currently reading and my ratings on them. But yeah, these were all of the things that I quickly wanted to say about the trip. I think it was really fun, especially the timing was also perfect. It was the perfect temperature for us, and yeah, I just really, really enjoyed it. I think the trip was really nice and so warm, and I'm already missing the warm weather because there's still snow outside in Germany where I live, and that's making me a little bit sad because only a few days ago I was sitting in the sunshine in my bikini reading my book. But hey, life goes on, I guess. But yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this little vlog of my time in Egypt. If you did, maybe like, comment, or subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!